Transmissions jammed. Proximity coverage only.
Hey guys, Jacob here. It is currently September 1st, 2020, and this is going to be this week's vendor reset. Currently at the front desk, he's not really selling much besides the Strategic Alignment Backpack, which has Explosive Resistance, Status Effect, and Perfect Shock and Awe. If you guys don't have this backpack, I'd highly recommend picking it up, but obviously you guys can farm the loot allocation areas to try to get a better one. Other than that, I will scroll through a few more items if you guys want to see some of these things he is selling today, if you guys want to pick any of these up, if they fit any of your builds, or if you just want to have them added to your library. But that's about it for the front desk. Next up is going to be the clan vendor. This week he's selling the Firm Handshake gloves. If you guys do not have these, I'd highly recommend picking them up. If you guys are trying to make a status effect style crit build or survivability crit build with status effect, just depending on what you guys are using. But these are on Sokolov pieces, so you will have to use an SMG if you guys want to try making a build with these. But if you don't have them, I'd recommend getting them. Next is going to be these True Patriot gloves, which have 137,000 armor and 8.1 skill damage, which you guys could change to armor regen, hazard, crit chance, headshot damage, depending on what you guys want to use with these. Other than that, the other items that he's selling this week aren't really that great, besides a few rolls. He has a 15% pistol damage roll in this 93R, if you guys want to add that to your library. And after that, he is selling a Golden Gear chest piece, which has max health, so if you guys are looking for a max health roll, and also 140,000 armor. This one's actually not too bad, and they are changing utility mod slots, how they work, or just mod slots in general in the next update, so if you guys want to pick this up for a future build, if you're going to try using armor regen or status effects or just total armor general, I'd highly recommend picking this one up. Other than that, he's not really selling anything else, and that's going to be about it for the clan vendor. Alright guys, next up is going to be the Theater Settlement. This week, he's selling the Fox's Prayer knee pads. If you guys do not have these and you love running DPS or rifle builds in general, I'd highly recommend picking them up. I use these on a ton of my builds, just because it's a lot of damage with the M1A or the Ravenous, just depending on what rifle you want to use. And they have 8% damage charge out of cover, 10.4 weapon damage, and 15,000 health. So if you guys don't have these, I'd highly recommend picking them up. Next is going to be the ACS-12 with NSYNC. So if you guys are trying to make a shotgun build, and you guys can pick this up and get some damage while you guys are proccing some skills, like if you're trying to use a deflector drone, or if you're using the defender drone, which is pretty much the same thing, or just a drone in general when it's hitting enemies, or a turret, so that way you guys can use it in close quarters and just rip the NPCs, or if you want to use it in the DZ, you can. Other than that, he's not really selling anything else unless you guys are looking for any of these items, then I'd highly recommend picking them up if you need them. But that's going to be about it for the theater. Alright guys, next up on the list, we are going to be at the Campus Settlement. This week, she is selling a Night Watcher mask. This is the Hela Guard with 117,000 armor, 100% Scanner Pulse Haste, Status Effect, and empty defensive mod slot. So if you guys don't have this, I'd highly recommend picking it up. I'll scroll through a few more items here. If you guys see any of these to your liking, you guys can pick them up here, do so. That's about it for the Campus. Alright guys, next up on the list is going to be DZ South. Keep this in mind, you guys will have to get a different resource in the DZ to actually buy items from these vendor. If you guys are new, then you'll have to deconstruct items and then extract them or open little tiny codes that give you resources. And you'll be able to buy items from here, which you guys will see in the top right, the resource icon. The named weapons obviously cost a little bit more because they're named. This week, he is selling the Perfect Boomerang Virginian lever action rifle. After that, I'll scroll through a few more items in case you guys want to pick any of these up. But other than that, he's not really selling much. Alright guys, next up is going to be Dark Zone South. This week, she is selling a Perfect Shock and Awe, which the front desk vendor is already selling one of these, and it's actually a little bit better. So if you guys want to pick that up there, then I highly recommend doing so and saving your money. Next, she's selling this MP5 ST with max SMG damage. So if you guys need this for your library, you obviously can probably find it somewhere else instead of spending the credits. And you guys can just save them. But I'll scroll through a few more items here in case you guys want to pick any of these up. Other than that, that's pretty much all she's selling this week. Alright guys, the final Dark Zone on the list is going to be DZ East. This week she's selling the new reliable Perfect Optimize LMG. This is the RPK. So if you guys do not have this, then you can pick it up. But you guys should probably find this in the open world a lot easier, probably with better rolls. Next is going to be this Infantry MT5 with max LMG damage. So if you guys need max LMG damage, and you haven't been able to find it, then obviously pick this up. but you can probably find in the open world, or just craft a bunch of LMGs until you get the max stat roll. Other than that, scroll through a few more items here for you guys, and that's pretty much all she's selling. Alright guys, the final stop on the list is going to be the New York vendors. This week, he is selling an MP5 ST as the first weapon. They do not sell need weapons, keep that in mind, so these are just going to be normal, basic weapons in case any of you guys need them. But he's selling a max weapon damage Petrov chest piece, so if you guys need max weapon damage, then I'd highly recommend picking this up. Other than that, he's not really selling anything else. Now, the final vendor is literally right around the corner. Just take a left and go straight to this tent. And he's right here in this little area. And this week, he is selling a KSG shotgun with max shotgun damage. So if you guys need max shotgun damage, I'd highly recommend just buying this and adding it to your stat library so you have it. Other than that, he's selling just pretty much your basic items. In case you guys need any of these, I'll scroll through them real quick. But that's really going to be about it for this vendor reset.
We could help each other.
But thank you guys all for watching. Make sure you subscribe for more Division 2 content, and I'll catch you guys all later.